The reason I said that, I am Barabbas and so are you, because it's true. If you pull from the text, you'll see that Barabbas went free and Christ suffered the crucifixion. And it's a picture there. Because Barabbas should be on that cross. If Jesus wasn't brought to Pilate, who would be hung that morning? It's a picture of what Christ did for us. And that's why theologians will use a couple terms called the substitutionary atonement, meaning that Christ took our place. So I am Barabbas and so are you simply means that He took Barabbas' place, but that's what it looks like even now. That I deserve, see, I realize that singing those songs, I don't know about you, but I deserve that cross. I deserve the punishment. I deserve the guilt. I deserve that. But Jesus comes in and He takes it. He says, no, let me take your place. So I wonder sometimes, and I think, does Barabbas, is he shocked? I mean, the Passion of the Christ, you kind of have him mocking and laughing, but afterwards, did he look back? Did Barabbas see Christ on the? Can you just imagine for the picture there? If he sees Christ carrying his cross, if he sees Christ being nailed to that cross, and Barabbas is saying, "That's me. That could have been me an hour ago." I mean, talk about life changing. I don't know if you've ever had a near-death experience where you almost got on an airplane, it didn't make it home. This would be 10 times worse because you see the pain, you see the anguish, and he's watching him walk up Calvary. I'm wondering that, or did he just go home and party? But the interesting thing is, even if he just went home and partied, the scripture that says that Christ died for me, even while I was in my sin, caught in my sin. I look back at my 20s when I was in that party lifestyle. He died for me then. So you picture Barabbas watching the hammers come down, watching the nails go in, watch that crown of thorns, he's bleeding, and the cross goes up, and you can almost feel it fall into that hole and jolt. And it's Barabbas looking up there thinking, that should have been me. I mean, I don't know about you, but I would have been in tears, thanking God. And he just thought it was a coincidence. Boy, that poor guy, look at me, I got free. And he didn't. But I think it's just a good reminder that we are Barabbas, because we have this vision of this person. Oh, look at this guy. But that's me. He took my place. He absorbed God's wrath. He let Barabbas go. And there's something also that falls in line here is with this this whole thing of shame and guilt too. A lot of people feel shame and guilt, and they like, oh, why did you do that for me? And I don't deserve that. And they just get caught in the shame and guilt. And Jesus says, no, you're free. You're released. How vast. How vast a love for God to actually do that and take our place. I still can't, the more I think of it, the more I just get a headache. Like, why would you do that? And just, if that doesn't bring you to tears, if that doesn't change your worship, folks, nothing will. Nothing will. You get a letter in the mail, you won the lottery, you'd be crying, you'd be partying, you'd be doing whatever. But this, where actually took my place. Because if he didn't intervene, I've got some bad news for humankind. If God did not intervene and take my place, we'd all be in hell. And I think that's why the song, I'm glad Brant chose that the cross, a cross to be killed on, was my place of victory. What was actually an instrument of death was and is my victory.